Carr.
Yeah, the very impressive Arnie there, been doing a fantastic job, and thanks to Grassroots Grand Prix for their information on young Arnie there. We are so impressed with that young man. I have to hope to catch up with him at the next round, have a bit of a chat there as the MZs get ready to go. I can see a little bit of twitching there. Oh, now Woodall, did he get away quickly there? Rogers is away well too. Man seemed to get a bit of fresh air under his front wheel, but he still got away extremely well, and he heads down. I'm just going to lead the field down into Redgate for the first time as the rest of them make their way across the top there and disappear off.
Hudson Cooper is out in front there. Archie Ormrod, I can see them fluorescent pink wheels for the number 40 of Archie Ormrod, and around about 3rd or 4th place as we go over the top then in towards Coppice. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 7 riders who are all in the mix there, so no one breaking away in these very early stages as we come down the back straight there, where the slipstream is so important on these Ninja 400s. But in towards the S as we go then through the right, over to the left, over to the right hand side, and it is Hudson Cooper. Archie Ormrod ahead of Travis Rooker for 2nd and 3rd place, but here comes Arnie Carr on that number 83 bike. He was 4th, he's now 3rd on the brakes in towards the Melbourne loop there, and Lewis Jones trying to follow suit as well up the inside of Travis Rooker. Not quite this time around, but Arnie Carr has now relegated Archie Ormrod down to 3rd place. So again, Hudson Cooper and Arnie Carr, that is your top 2 with Archie Ormrod.
Team selling t-shirts, Archie Ormrod's team selling t-shirts to support cancer treatment earlier. Really appreciate their efforts as well earlier. Hopefully they'll be at Cadwell as well as they come across the line. It is Cooper from Carr, from Ormrod, from Rooker, from Jones, Carter, Booser and Booser. It's Kean ahead of Darren, so the younger leading the older as the MZs go down. Andy Wales is putting a charge out on Alex Mann, goes down the inside and says thank you very much, I'll take that away. However, I don't know if that's going to be a permanent thing, because Alex Mann has definitely been the class of the field so far this weekend. Actually, that's one of the lap records I haven't looked at, mate. I'm going to have to take a quick squiz at that one, because the MZs fundamentally haven't changed, but the track actually has changed probably more than the MZs have over the last few years. So just need to quickly have a look at that. Our MZ lap record, 58.454. That is Pete Woodall, who is still out there. What's the best MZ lap we've had this weekend, mate?
Let me have a look on that one there. You're
looking for better 57.5,
57.5, 57.0, 57.2,
yeah,
57.0.
Yeah. So we've definitely got a new lap record. Who's the holder of that?
Alexander Mann.
I thought it might be somehow. Yep, he's definitely the class of the field. Fastest man out the back there is Lewis Jones, who trips the timing beam out there. Not quite sure where he is in this order, because it's a very close bunch as they make their way down the back straight into the foggy S's once again. And oh boy, that's
Arnie Carr going to ride outside of Hudson Cooper on the exit of foggy S's. But again, Hudson Cooper, not a whole lot to him, and he goes up the inside there hard on the anchors in towards his Lewis Jones. Tell you what, you can always tell when someone's a little bit late on the brakes, because they aim for the apex, don't they, straight away. But Lewis Jones got it all in control there, 4th position at the moment, 1st of the seniors. He's got the 217 of Hudson Cooper in front of him, leading the way. Ahead of the 83 of Arnie Carr, the young man from Beverley in Yorkshire. Then it's Archie Ormrod, and then it is Lewis Jones ahead of Travis Rooker. A slight gap back to the 185 of Billy Carter, and then it looks like one of the Boosers up next, and it's Kean Booser ahead of Darren Booser.
Okay, into Goddard's we go once again. And it's
MZs are heading through
all the way down through the field. Everybody's having a good time.
Alexander Mann and Andy Wales there. They're battling for the race lead, but Chris Rogers in 3rd place. Is there quite a little bit of time there, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. No, we're used to seeing the likes of Woodall, Rogers up there with the Wales and the Manns of the world. Mann fighting straight back on Andy Wales up the inside of Goddard's. I wish we could see into that corner, mate. I really do. There's been so much action at that corner this weekend. Andy Wales comes out in front. He does indeed. Well done, Andy Wales. That's brilliant stuff behind him. That looks like who is that?
That's Caleb Wright.
It is Caleb, just ahead of Chris Rogers. Pete Woodall a little bit further back. Then it's John Ashmead, Harry Lamagraff, Gordon Ryan, and the rest of the field there. Whereas the youngsters are making their way across top. It is Lewis Jones to the fastest lap of the race, a 51.151. So that's a cracking pace for the youngster there. I've got to call Lewis Jones a youngster, because he's still only about 18 or 19, isn't he?
Something like that, yeah.
He was born this century, so that makes him a youngster as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
at least he wasn't born
yeah.
Okay. There goes those other two youngsters. They're really going
I tell you what, Hudson Cooper, he was aggressive with the cutback there, wasn't he? It didn't quite work out for him. And Arnie Carr is firm in his defence.
Yeah.
In that race lead as they go in towards.
Well, again, these youngsters might be Carr's first time on a big bike, but he's been racing for quite a few years, of course. This is what we forget with these youngsters. And over the line they go side by side, separated by 0.058 of a second. Jones goes a little bit quicker there in third place. He does a 50.454 as he moves his way into fourth place past Archie Ormwright, ahead of Travis Rooker. Then it's Billy Carter, Kian Booser, Darren Booser, Isabel Wingate, Danny Huskinson, and then Marshall, Baker, Stone, Gleeson, Garrett, Champion, Kling, Swarbrick, Scott and Fisher rounding out your top 10. MZs, it's going to be, well, Wales and Man last time. Let's see, are they side by side down at the bottom there? They're certainly coming out of the Melbourne Loop, and it is Wales over Man once again, and Man's not in a position to challenge. Wales goes a little bit defensive, but I don't think he's going to compromise his line too much. Behind them, though, that is where the real scrap is. Looks like Pete Woodall, I think, has found his way up to third place. Get confirmation of that when they come across the line, as Wales does indeed lead Man across the line once again. Here comes that great battle for the minor placings. These guys all want to take home something on the dashboard, and it is right from Rogers. So Ashmead,
you say the minor placings, that's still the final roster and position there, isn't it? So third place at the moment.
The overall place.
Chris Rogers up the inside of Caleb Wright as we go in towards Redgate. So the it used to be red, didn't he, Chris Rogers, but now it's the blue Chris Rogers.
Yeah, absolutely. The bluey black Chris Rogers looks better than the zebra effect, that's for sure, whichever way you want to look at it. Oh, a couple of greens coming in there at the back as well. Carr and Cooper, those two are not giving up on this one, and it's a yellow, so relatively slow for Jones there, but don't tell him that, as he is fighting with the youngsters into Goddard once again. And who was that in front? Was that Cooper in front?
No, it is Cooper. It is Cooper out in front.
Okay. Oh, nice to be right for once. And I thought Cooper had opened up a little bit of a gap. He's out to 0.4 of a second there, basically. Jones is another 2/10 back on Carr, and he's definitely having a good go at him into the bottom there, as the rest of them come across as well. It is Ormrod from Rooker. Ormrod relatively lowly. He's about a second or so behind Jones, but he's got a 3-second gap from Rooker, who's got Billy Carter just behind him as well. Kian Booser, Wingate. Darren Booser losing a place. He's got Danny Huskinson just 3/10 of a second behind, and Danny would love to pull it over his rival, and that would also please Lewis Jones, of course, because he was a bit of a late comer to this series. He only joined us at Alton Park to pick up some points, have some fun, really enjoyed it. Now he's coming out for the rest of the season. Garrett goes past on Gleeson to claim a place. Baker passed on Marshall. Wingate passed on Booster, but that's only for overall positions, not actually for positions in the club. Here comes the MZs once again, and Wales is looking good at the moment in MZ terms. That's a big old gap. He's got that gap out to 0.4 of a second. So not quite enough to totally lose the slipstream, but not quite close enough to pass. Is in the MZs. We have seen victories for Alexander Mann in every single race. Andy Wales has finished second, and 2 seconds on a DNF.
Just going back to the ninjas there, you said that Archie Ormrod was a relatively lonely fourth place. Well, he's right on the tail now of Lewis Jones.
Yeah, he's found some speed.
It's a four-way battle now for the lead once again. Hudson Cooper has the advantage over the 83 of Arnie Carr, and then it's Lewis Jones up next and Archie Ormrod having a look at the inside.
That's a long way back.
No,
and he
not this time around.
I don't think he would. No, he needed to be a little bit closer to him to make that move, I think. But you're right, he was 0.9 of a second back. There was 1.5 seconds covering the top four bikes across the line last time. It's now down to 0.9 of a second because Ormrod's brought that into within 2/10 of a second. So it's no change at the top. Carter does go past on Rooker for fourth place in the rookies. We've got some back markers maybe coming into play as well. Some of the slower bikes for each end of the field might be getting caught very shortly indeed. And Danny Huskinson has indeed got
Ryder down at Redgate there. Sorry, Keith. Ryder is up and perfectly okay. Looks like one of the rookie riders. But Ryder is up and perfectly okay. Yellow flags waving on the entrance in towards Redgate, so no overtaking there as the number 27 and 25 of Alfie Garrett and Chloe Gleeson come across the line there. So no challenges will be made, no overtaking in towards Redgate, but Marshall's tending to that motorbike at least. Anyway, the rider is looking perfectly okay, has already walked off, so yellow flags being waved as they go in towards Redgate, but the race leaders in the MZs just heading now in towards the final corner here at Goddard. So leading the way, it is 85 Andy Wales, number 69 of Alexander Mann up next. The gap last time was 0.294, and this time around between, oh sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen there. It's 0.380.
It's about the same, more or less. We've lost Billy Carter there, mate. That's the one goal walkabouts. Yep.
Shame they're out of 4th place in the juniors, but that will promote Travis Rooker and Kian Booster.
Yeah, absolutely. So Billy there on the podium yesterday, so hopefully he'll lick his wounds and be back at some point.
So the leaders of the Ninjas do have an MZ to come into play here. So Hudson Cooper will make it through, as has Anikar, Archie Ormrod through, likewise Lewis Jones. So all through safely. Lewis Jones fires it up the inside of Archie Ormrod. Of course, that is a battle for on-track position. Lewis Jones, the one and only senior out of those 4 riders. Out now.
2 more MZs. Are they going to catch them? The first top 2 are going to definitely catch them before Redgate. This is tricky. This is very tricky indeed, because they can't overtake the MZs because the yellow flag is there. Oh, there might be a little bit of an inquiry into that one. There was some overtaking. It's always difficult with back markers under a yellow flag, of course, because you are going so much faster. And I'm not sure if there's a change of position as far as the Ninjas go, but that's not for us to say at the end of the day. The will be called in by the marshals if there's thought to be any sort of offence at all. Rooker, Booser, Kate Booser and Huskinson. Huskinson and Darren Booser still very close indeed. Isabel Wingate just behind them. She's moved up a place as well. It looks like Billy Carter dropping down, of course. Here's the battle in the MZs. It's going to be 1 lap to go. Now, can Andy Wales put one over on his championship rival? That's the big question, of course. Well, these guys are making their way out of the Melbourne Loop for one last time. They're not going to be involved in any lapping, so such is their pace. Then comes that big battle behind them as well. That's MZ Racing, that battle for 3rd place. We've got 5 bikes, 3 abreast, are we? No, 2 abreast at Loop. Yeah, Pete Woodall's involved there. I think Chris Rogers is in the mix somewhere as well. Who's going to pick up a medal here? That's going to be the typical one.
That's Caleb Wright out in front at the moment there, but Pete Woodall again looking for the inside as the Ninjas come back into our side, and it's Hudson Cooper who has the advantage to go in towards the Melbourne Loop. Arnie Carr up next in 2nd, and Lewis Jones up the inside of Archie Ormrod to take 3rd overall. Of course, he's still 1st of the seniors, but he wants to beat the guys around him, no doubt about it.
Oh, no. He's not that much younger than them, of course, or older than them, I should say. And Ormrod fights straight back, so it looks like a junior 1, 2, 3 here. If Ormrod can get that bike turned, and he's certainly proved that in the past. Oh, he has a bit of a twitch on the way out. Lewis Jones is going to pull alongside, as over the line it is indeed Cooper who takes the win from Carr. That's a very close race, 0.3 of a second between them. Ormrod, Jones, Lewis, top of the senior, of course. Then comes the rest of the field over the line. It's going to be Travis Rooker who takes the 4th place ahead of Kian Booster. Then we've got that battle between Danny Huskinson and Darren Booster. How's that going to go? It's coming to the line very shortly. And looking over the shoulder, that's one of the other riders, and that is Huskinson, I think, isn't it? Yep, Darren Booster. Then we've got Marshall, Wingate, Stone and Baker behind those guys. Now, really, the one we need to settle in is this battle in the MZs. We've got a yellow flag fluttering away there, and that's it. So we're going to lose somebody's done.
That's one of the MZs, looks like.
Okay, one of the back markers, maybe.
No, it's Caleb Wright. Caleb Wright out of 3rd place in the MZs, unfortunately.
Oh, we missed that, didn't we? Yeah, you're right. He's dropped right down. He was in that big battle of the MZs, of course.
Right, so Andy Wales has the advantage now on bike number 85, ahead of the 69 of Alexander Mann, but it's all going to be about the drag to the line.
No,
the drag to Goddards, I should say, sorry.
Yeah. And they can't overtake. Alex can't overtake. So,
of course he can't.
Woodall can take it easy. The yellow flag is fluttering.
No, we do have green flags on the exit of Goddards.
Okay, so he can punch his way out. That's what he's got to do, is hope Andy goes slow. Andy doesn't go slow. He doesn't do slow. Over the line they come then, and not much between them at all. Over the line, and it's a victory. So a very happy Andy Wales there, taking the last of the MZ wins for the weekend. But who's going to be 3rd place? Well, again, it's going to be that drag to the line, but I'm thinking that it's going to
That's going to be Harry
Lamacraft. Punches Rogers, goes back by a couple of places. He lost out badly there. So John Ashmead from Andy Rogers there is up next. Then it's Gordon Ryan who completes the top 6 in the MZs. Okay, all good close action there. That's the sort of racing we've come to expect. Some more exciting stuff.